So now we move to the Technical Excellence Award, and who else to present this award but Radio 3's technically excellent Andrew McGregor.
Thanks, Ollie. I suspect you may already have noticed that 2013 is Richard Wagner's 200th birthday year. I was looking up quotations this morning, just idly, you know, as you do. I knew this was coming up, and I just thought I'd see if my favourites were all still there. Of course, Rossini on Great Moments and Awful Quarter Hours. There was Wagner's own about never looking at the trombones. It only encourages them. I've always liked that one. I found a new one, though, which intrigued me. The gourmet food alone is worth the $20 entrance fee. I suspect it might be a Richard Wagner on an American food website, but it's there now. You look at the Wagner quotation sites, it's on at least 3 of them. Anyway, some people saw this anniversary coming earlier than others. Over in Berlin, they've been performing Wagner's 10 mature operas over the last 2 years, not in one of the city's main opera houses, but in the Philharmonie, the Berlin Philharmonic Orchestra's home. It's not their cycle, though. It's the Berlin Radio Symphony Orchestra and its music director, Marek Janowski, deliberately reclaiming Wagner's operas from the opera house and from the interventionist clutches of modern directors and set designers. I think he's been quite careful to point out a couple of times. And one bold, brave record company saw the opportunity to embark on a unique project to record all Wagner's major operas with the same orchestra, choir, and conductor. Brave? Well, think how long it takes to put together a studio recording of a Wagner opera. And for this series, each recording is based around a single live broadcast concert performance with just a few days rehearsal beforehand. And because they've been borrowing another orchestra's hall, the technical team has very little time to get everything set up and to get the balance they want. If it's not right by the time the concert starts, it never will be. As the series has been released, there have been predictably mixed reviews about elements of it. Of course there have. When has anyone assembled a cast for a Wagner opera that's universally acclaimed? But the orchestral playing, the superb Berlin Radio Choir, and above all, the recording quality have attracted almost universal praise. And the fact that such beautifully detailed, airy and atmospheric recordings have been captured opera after opera in both stereo and surround sound from these hybrid SACDs is an immense achievement. Well, Wagner's Parsifal is an excellent example of everything that makes this such an outstanding series. Everything so clearly placed in the soundstage, the offstage effects so convincingly handled. It's really hard to imagine a better frame for Wagner's Holy Grail opera. Wagner came up with a suggestion for his own epitaph, a musician who wrote music which is better than it sounds. Hearing this Parsifal recording from Pentatone Classics, he might grudgingly have admitted that that was no longer true. To receive the BBC Music Magazine Award for Technical Excellence for their recording of Parsifal, please welcome the recording sound engineer, Jean-Marie Guyson, and Gil Bessels, Managing Director of Pentatone Classics.
I have little to add to what Andrew has already said. It was Marek Janowski's crazy idea to come back to an opera composer he hadn't been performing for so long because he had withdrawn from the opera houses. He didn't like the stage directors. He wanted to focus once again on the music. He had recorded The Ring once before. It was the first digital version that he recorded in Dresden, and now he wanted to redo all the major Wagner operas. Imagine only logistically what a job it is to plan the recordings and the concerts in 2.5 years' time. I can tell you it's all done now. All the operas have been recorded. We are now in the process of editing the Ring cycle. 6 are out, 2 are about to come out, and 2 more are coming. By the end of the year, they all will have been done. But it has been a nightmare to think about what happens if, in that period, one of the singers will be ill. What will happen if Mark Janowski halfway collapses? Imagine all these crises that could have happened. And imagine also what it meant for the technical team to record this orchestra, this choir in the Philharmonie with that little time to build and rebuild in that little small period that we had to record. The offstage bands, the dozens of singers that you sometimes had in different places in the hall. And that's why we are so pleased with the recognition that we get by this award. And Jean-Marie is the guy who is responsible for the sound of the whole series.
Well, of course, I would like to thank Giel and his company Pentatone for believing in us as a recording company to do all these Wagner operas. I would like to thank BBC Magazine for this award. I can give you a short guide how to do a recording like this. Just take one of the best Wagner conductors in the world, take an excellent orchestra, a fantastic choir, world-class soloist, a very experienced radio team in Berlin, some other people who arrange and organize all kinds of other things you don't think of, and then just sit behind your desk and listen to this wonderful music and turn the pages in the score. That's basically it. And so that's more or less how it went. After one or two operas in the beginning, we had to get used to the whole process of doing this. But when it was settled, well, it sounds very difficult, but it was at the end, it was actually easy. It was a real commitment of the whole team, everybody involved, and everybody enjoyed it so much that it really sounded easy and was easy at the end. So again, thanks for everybody involved in this project for being such a great success, not only for the technical excellence, but first of all for the music, which was performed and made by this whole group of people. So thank you very much.